Hi everyone, Kobe here with Active Plus. I'm bringing you another mindfulness moment this week. So thank you for joining me. I'm really grateful that you're here. And funny enough that I use the word grateful because that is what we are going to talk about today, is the attitude of gratitude and why it is important to practice being grateful and having gratitude for the things in our life. So what is gratitude? Do any of you know? Are any of you practicing that already? Amazing if you are, and if you aren't, that's okay. That's why you're here and watching this video, so that you can start to incorporate this into your daily life. So what does gratitude mean? Gratitude is the act of being thankful and the readiness to show appreciation and return kindness. So when we practice gratitude, we're really expanding our ability to be thankful for the things that we have in our lives. And sometimes that can be really tough if we feel like things are not going our way, that there's all these obstacles, that times are hard, and it can really be hard to find the positives in our life. So by practicing being grateful, though, we start to expand our ability to see the good, even in situations that might not always be the best or that we feel the best in. And it is something simple that you can start to do. So I love to practice being grateful, and I have to remind myself to do it sometimes, because even for me, I have moments when things don't seem to be going my way, or I'm having a bad day or a bad week, or life seems chaotic. Then I know, okay, if nothing seems to be going well, what can I be thankful for in this moment? So some simple ways we can start practicing being grateful. One of the easiest ways I like to do it is to write down on a piece of paper in the morning. If you don't have a little journal or a piece of paper where you like to keep notes or your thoughts, even in your phone, is a great place to put it. So in the mornings, before you get up out of bed, just take a moment to sit there and think about, like, what am I grateful for? And it can be something very small as I'm grateful I got sleep last night, or that I woke up on time. And it can be something bigger, like I'm grateful I passed my test, or I don't know, whatever you are grateful for in your life. And starting with 3 is pretty a good number to start with. But if you feel that you want to keep the list going and write more than 3, be my guest, because the more things you're grateful for, the easier it is to start to see all the good that's in your life, all the positive things that are happening. And like I said, even in spite of if it seems like nothing really is going well, that you still have things that you can look forward to and be thankful for. And even if you don't do this in the morning, if you can come back and practice this throughout the day. So let's say you have a moment where you're feeling frustrated, or again, like maybe something didn't go your way. Can you take a moment and pause and say, name 3 things that you're grateful for right then and there? And I promise you, it will start to turn around your attitude. And then you can help other people too, like your friends or family, the people around you. If they are having a bad day or not feeling so good, maybe you can teach them how to do this practice of being grateful and having gratitude for the things in their life, no matter how big or how small. So here are some of the top reasons to start incorporating this practice into your life, and see where it can fit in. So number 1 is it mentally helps us to feel better. So the more that we practice the act of gratitude and being thankful for the things that we have in our life, the more positivity we feel. And the less we start to allow negative emotions and feelings to take over and really sour our thoughts about ourselves, about our life, because those negative emotions can really do some damage. And we all go through them and experience them because we're human. We have things that that happen in our life that are good and positive, and things that don't always go our way. So even in those moments where we feel not so great or maybe feel negative about something, if we can start to take away the negative emotions or the words and start to plug in things that we feel good and positive about, it will really start to help us to feel better and help us to ride the waves and that are the up and downs of just living life. So number 2, why it's beneficial to practice gratitude is when we can start to write down. I really recommend writing down what you're grateful for and doing this in the morning or at least once a day. Writing it down allows us to see in a very physical, tangible way what we're grateful for and those little moments, and they can be great reminders. So if you find a little post-it note or tape it up onto your mirror or your door or your wall, someplace that you can see it as a little reminder. So when you're feeling down or not so great, you can look over and say, oh yeah, this is what I'm feeling grateful for, or a little reminder, and it can start to stop the negative thinking or slow it down and just start to incorporate some more positivity in there. So number 3 is it builds your muscle. So just like working out, when you go to the gym or you play sports, go for a run, you're building your physical muscle. Well, these practices, such as practicing gratitude or mindfulness, also is like building a muscle. So the more you do it, the easier it becomes, and the less work it is to remember to do it. So when you start to practice gratitude, you start to build that muscle, and over time, you'll start to have more of a happy outlook on life, or it can lead you in that direction. And if you're feeling not so great, if you start to practice gratitude, it can help you turn that perspective around, turn around your thinking so that you can not stay sitting in your negative emotions or feelings about a situation. And it helps you to find the good, even when it feels like there's not much that good that is happening. And then it helps to build the relationship with yourself. So when you start to feel good about yourself, then amazing things can start to happen. You feel more confident, you feel happy, you feel like good about what's happening in your life. And when you start to feel good, then the people around you start to see that, and it helps also with your relationships, whether that's with family or friends, teachers, the people you work with. So when you start to feel better about yourself, then people can sense that, and it has this ripple effect, like when you throw a stone in the water and it ripples out. That positivity people can feel and start to notice. And then when you get that feedback back about feeling good about yourself, then it just helps you to keep going and want to remain positive. So those are some of the top reasons why practicing gratitude can be really a wonderful thing in your life, and why I like to incorporate it into my life. So something I suggest is getting yourself a little notebook. It doesn't have to be this big, it can be small if you already have a little journal that you write in, but find a special place that you can start to write down what you're grateful for. It really does make a difference. I would say that thinking it in your head is a great way to start too, but something happens when you put pen to paper and you can see it in writing. And then if you really like what you wrote down, as I said, you can put it up on your mirror or your wall or someplace that you can see it, where it's like a little reminder to say what you're thankful for. And it really does start to change your outlook and make you feel better about yourself, make you feel better about the things happening in your life. Because that's what we want to have more of, is to feel good in our bodies and about ourselves. So I invite you to start practicing your gratitude and writing it down, sharing it with others, and seeing how it goes. Does it start to change? Do you start to feel better about yourself? What do you notice when you start to practice being grateful? So thank you for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you all again in the next week when we cover another mindful moment here. So have a great evening. I will talk to you soon. Bye.